Virginia's Governor, Glenn Youngkin, his administration has celebrated that Virginia has the lowest rate of people returning to jail after they were released.
But Virginia's Attorney General says an early release program needs to be fixed by state lawmakers to keep communities safer. Nick Minock has that story all new at 5.
This is an unfair and cruel policy that is failing Virginians.
Virginia Attorney General Jason Miyares took aim at a program the Virginia General Assembly passed in 2020 that allows inmates to be released early if they meet certain criteria. It's called the Enhanced Earned Sentence Credits Law, which Miyares says allows inmates to cut up to 1/3 of their sentence. At a press conference this week, Miyares hosted victims and their families who shared their stories.
The earned credit sentencing law that was changed in 2020, along with the policy changes to the Department of Corrections made to probation supervision, directly led to the death of my precious daughter. She did not deserve this. Our family did not deserve this.
Miyares said in the first full year the program was enacted in 2023, more than 9,600 inmates were released early and nearly half were rearrested. And he says so far 36% of those have been convicted.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's almost 5,000 people rearrested for crimes that should have never happened because they were back on the street instead of behind bars.
And in 6 months of fiscal year 2024, the state's data shows more than 7,100 inmates have been let out early.
In just 6 months, more than 2,500 of these early release have already been rearrested. That is stunning.
Miyares said the General Assembly needs to fix this specific early release program. But Democratic State Senator Scott Surville hit back, telling 7 News that the earned sentence credits were successfully pioneered in Texas, and the Youngkin administration was responsible for implementing them here in Virginia. Surville said that, quote, perhaps we need to evaluate the Youngkin administration practices. However, Miyares says the General Assembly failed to include safeguards to protect Virginians or reduce recidivism.
It's time for the General Assembly and the politicians that foisted this policy on Virginians to admit their mistake. It's time for them to fix what they broke.
Nick Minock, 7 News.